Over the years, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States members have adopted some good practices, integrating components of the human security approach in disaster risk management, including preparation and response for displacement and evacuation.
The evacuation of individuals from any country would require that country to have negotiations or collaboration with the state that the persons are being evacuated to. Within the OECS, there's that easy flow of people on a day-to-day basis across countries, but we have to consider the flow of people in the aftermath of a disaster and what a country has as its capacity to take persons from another island.
We identified a number of critical areas. We retrofitted the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium. We also transformed one of the abandoned schools, our National Technical Training Center, and converted that into a long-term shelter. We also retrofitted another area at the old venue for our hospital up at Halberton, the training center, and we actually converted that into a sheltering facility. So we had several mainstay large facilities and so on that persons could stay long term.
As relates to emergencies and the need to protect our people, our foremost concern is to provide safe shelter, food security, and equitable access to emergency care and social services.
One of the things we did in the early stage of the planning for the eruption is basically identifying the zones and in that identifying the communities for the public, the constant education information to the public telling you you're in this particular area and whether you need to evacuate or not. We even went a step further, the first time ever in our history of planning for volcanic emergency, in that we assigned communities to specific shelters.
To ensure that persons are secure and feel comfortable during emergencies or disasters, it's important that protocols are in place. It is also important that even as a region, that we share and learn from each other's experiences, and that also our partners, whether locally, regionally, and internationally, that they are involved to help develop and integrate these protocols in our emergency functions and activities.
What we wanted to do is to ensure that all stakeholders had the opportunity to engage with the protocols, to do the tabletop exercise, and to really dive deep into the documents that we're producing under the project, the guidelines, because at the end of the day, the products produced under this project will be implemented at the level of the national societies.
The cross-border protocols that have been developed that can be utilized to address the needs for common policies on how you treat the receiving of environmental migrants.